Good morning from the Icebox in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the varsity half of the doubleheader this morning versus the Des Moines Capitals. We'll get the starting lineups and the national anthem out of the way. We'll recap how things went last night. Stay tuned for that. And we'll get you going here on some first period action. That's Hank Lancaster giving assistance to our little skater this morning here in the varsity contest. That's his little sister Margot Lancaster. She's 7 years old. Plays for the 6U Fremont Flyers, but sporting the colors today for her brother, whose last time here at the Icebox is today. We're set to go. It's going to be Fleming in net. Jackson Fleming in net again. Last night he got the win. It was a 5-1 win over the Stars. A win that was marred in several penalties. And when I say several, I mean both head coaches are suspended from this game because of the amount of penalties. That is a league rule. We hit the minimum. They are sitting out this one. They are spectators. We're set to go, and we're off and running with the varsity action. Insko took the face-off with Riker Noden, Taylor Dahlberg on this first line. Hank Lancaster, Cooper Mohat are out there on defense. Here's Insko flipping it to Noden, who comes into the neutral zone. Tries to send it over to Insko, but good back checking there by the Capitals. Here's Zachary to Christensen in the corner. Dahlberg takes that one away, looking to get out of the corner. Christensen comes back around. Noden with the puck now. He's over in the corner on the far side. Chip back into the neutral zone. Stiles feathers one ahead to a leading team captain, one of the team captains. That's Jarrett Parker. He had a goal last night. Parker point blank. Loose puck. Somehow Matthew Travis let that one slide to the corner. They had their chances there. Matthew Travis in net this morning. Stiles from the blue line, and it's gloved down by Travis. Travis 11-7-1 on the year. Gives up 2 a game. That's a .930 save percentage, though. They don't give up a lot. That was the second most goals they had given up all season last night, the 5 to the Caps. I remember Waterloo got after them on a Sunday morning for 7, but that's as much as they've ever given up. Here's Sam Rose. Good to have him back in the lineup today. Ballman in the corner with Carlson out there. That one played to the center. Sent up ice. Riley's feathering that one. Gets it back. Give and go. And he missed the wide side of the net. Caps fans thought that one in. That was Henley. Sorry. Sent around to the corner. To the front. Tried to get it to Max Myers. Couldn't do it. Played back to the blue line. Way keeps it in. Myers. Kick to the corner. Carlson plays it in the neutral zone. Taken away, though, by Henley. Slid across. Excuse me, that was Logsdon who took that one away. Henley's playing the other position, the other defensive position. Here's the Stars now trying to gather something and get up ice. Trevor Broadfoot clears the zone. Brown gets taken down. Far side entry by the Caps. Leading pass, tried to get it on West's tape. We saw him in the JV game. Here's Cole Brown, sends it up ice. Played in front of the Lincoln bench, sent back in by the Caps. Travis tries to play that one, it pops in front of him. Played to the far side, West trying to get it back to the point. Good checking in there. Clausen avoids everybody. Clausen was just getting out of the way. How are they calling Evan Clausen for anything? Oh, that's more like it. It's going to be interference. That's the right call. Apologies, referee crew. Jump the gun there. It's not you, it's me. It's Jensen Glovic, sophomore defenseman from Waukee. He's going to do time for interference, 2 minutes. Lincoln goes on the power play first here. Lancaster off the draw, and a save made by Fleming. Lancaster slides it across. Mohat, that one gets blocked. Played back across to Hank. Hank comes in high. Loose puck. Insko missed. Wraparound shot. Fleming's down on the tape. Trying to gather it in. Still loose. Finally we get a whistle and we'll make sense of it all. I think Fleming had it underneath him. Yep. I'm not quite sure. 13:33 left to go. Minute 37 left in this power play for the Stars. Just getting started here on a Sunday morning in Lincoln. Max Myers in the faceoff circle with Insko. Stars control. Played back to the point. Mohat. Rebound. Missed by Noden. Max Myers fires from the red line. Puts one on net. Mohat playing back. Kept in by Logsdon. Here's Mo. Slips it ahead to Insko. Taylor Dahlberg sends it down and around. Riker filling in. Pinned in the corner. Playing down below the goal line. Battle in front. Taylor working hard. Sent back out to the point. Mohat, that shot's blocked. Kept in. No, Hank thought he was going to let that one slide by. Cooper Mohat has to play it all the way back down in the Lincoln zone. Hank through the middle. Riker sends it up ice as he heads off on a change. Mohat. Redirect bombing in front and missed. Slid back through the crease and the Caps send it up ice. Matthew Travis will play it. 15 seconds left on the power play for the Stars. Played in the corner. Sent around. Caps successfully kill the penalty. 11:50 left to go. First period, no score. Everybody full strength. They're without the services of Trevor Broadfoot and Ethan Nickel for sure. I think we're missing one more. Here's a breakaway. Lead pass. Sam Rose getting heckled from behind. That's going to be a penalty. Keeps possession though. Travis comes off. Extra skater comes on. That's Cole Brown. Slide ahead. Sam Rose, 6-on-5 here for a minute. Tried to feed it to Willis in front, and we're going to have the delayed penalty is going to be a hook. .11:07 left to go, and Lincoln back on a power play. So it's Grady Christensen, the junior from Johnston, going to the penalty box. Second power play opportunity here for the Stars early in this one. Leo Miller in the face-off circle. He's going to be joined by Cooper Willis and Cole Brown. Off the draw, Brown with a shot. Lancaster, rebound off of Fleming's mask. He didn't know where it went. Kicked up and out by the Caps. Couple of point-blank opportunities there on this second power play early in it. Played down and around. Logsdon on the forecheck here on the penalty kill for the Caps. Into the neutral zone. Played back now into the Cap zone. Max Myers slides it across the way. It's kept in. Mohat fires. Save made. Minute 25 left on the power play for the Stars. And next weekend, traveling to Kansas City, the final regular season weekend in the league. And a back-to-back with the Kansas City Jets. Slid across. Lancaster, top of the circle, fires wide. Mohat has it, chips it up to Taylor. Dahlberg centering pass. Insko one time, just couldn't get it there. Cap send it up ice. I quizzed my son. I said, who do you think the leading goal scorer is on the varsity team this year? He rattled off 6 names before I told him the right answer. It's actually Ben Insko. Slid down low. Taylor Dahlberg. Hank over to Cooper. He tries one. Switch spots there. 33 seconds left on the power play and a whistle as the net comes off of the pegs. Well, you never know what you're going to get out of Jeff Hoyle's playlist, huh? Here we play on. 30 seconds left in this power play. Caps looking for something. They're going to get a nice tripping call on Riker Noden there. So delayed penalty here. Zachary playing it with Clausen. Riker to the sin bin. Two minutes for the trip, and the Caps go on the power play for the first time today. Actually, not yet. We'll play 4-on-4 for just a bit, 13 seconds. Then they'll have the skater advantage. Caden Opp, you saw him on the first line in the junior varsity game. Super talented first line for that JV team. Caps aren't going anywhere. They're going to be good for a while. Here's Malang with the puck. Caps are full strength as Christensen joins the fun. Zachary, top of the slot. Shot, kick save, rebound. That one goes high over the net. Played against the boards, kept in. Caps, control, walking in, top of the circle. Wrister, kick save. Caden Opp with it now. Played back to the captain, Parker. Slides it across. Malang. Zachary. Boy, they were dangerous on the power play last night. There's a trip. I think they're going to get Zachary with the call. And Bauman went down, so Zachary's going to go to the penalty box. So we'll play 4-on-4 for a little bit. Change of fortune as a hook is called. Not a trip. It's going to be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 2 seconds. 8:22 left to go in the first, no score. Sam Rose in the face-off circle. He's joined by Cole Brown, Hank Lancaster, Cooper Moat are the four out there for the Stars. Right in on Cole Brown, try to get one in. Played across. Here's Parker, the captain, co-captain for the Caps. Mohat gets possession. 4-on-4, aggressive forecheck here by the Caps. Let's see if they can weave through it. They do. Brown at the red line, chips it up the boards. Cooper Moat gives chase. Centered. Nobody there. There's Way for the Caps. Caps wait patiently. Their time's running out. It's going to be a power play here momentarily for... Well, it breaks out into a bit of a numbers game. 3-on-2. Moat they tried to slide that to the center, and they knock it away. Noden hops out on the ice. Tried to chip it to him, but they just missed. So Lincoln's on the power play for the next 45 seconds. Lancaster lead pass to Brown. Chipped ahead. Insko, 2-on-1. Gets it to the front. Just missed. Noden's tape. Noden gets it back. Muscles his way. He's going to play down low. Pops back to the point. Lancaster, wrister. Loose puck in front. Swept away. They call the whistle. Yep, he thought he gloved it down, and referee didn't see that he wasn't gloved down. It's a four-man crew this morning as things got hectic last night, particularly in the third period. If you go to the Midwest High School Hockey Association website, click on last night's game in the calendar section. You can click on that game summary, and you could scroll for days how many penalties were issued in the third period alone. needless to say, it got out of hand, and the referee sort of didn't help in that regard. But a lot of kids sitting out of this one. There's a wrister, just missed. Whistle. Not sure what the call was for. It's going to be a spinning out of play deal. Anyway, we're going to have might have been a hand pass. It's going to be a shot from right at the red line blue line by Broadfoot. Sends it across through the crease and sent up ice. Zachary out of the penalty box. They are full strength again. That's another. Dahlberg went down awkwardly. Noden getting leaned on. No call. Noden chips it in right at the blue line. He goes off at a line change. Dahlberg and Insko still out there. To the middle. Landon Bliss out there. Poke check. Max Myers looking to center. Tried to get it there. Logsdon with the follow. Caden up with a follow. And Matthew Travis falls on it. 5:46 left to go. First period. So, being spectators in this one, we mentioned a few names. Add A.J. Hoyle to the list. He's not in the lineup tonight, this morning. Chipped up the boards. Cash Schwartman not in the lineup. Ooh, friendly fire. Cooper Willis blocked that one in front. Brown sends it down and around. Coop plays it in the corner. Chipped up and out of there, though, by the Caps. They center it back into the neutral zone. Hank quickly the other way. Cole Brown waiting for it. Centered across. Willis gets one on the pads. Rebound goes up high, out of play. .512 left to go. Yeah, hard to say who's. I didn't get the full rundown as to who's out via suspension and who's out via injury. I know that Nickel is out via injury. There's one from the blue line that comes in high. Mohat. Carlson was trying to gather a rebound and put back. And we'll have a face-off. Regardless, it's a mash unit. No matter how you cut it. And that's not even counting the Caps players that are spectators in this one, of which there are several. Face-off in the offensive zone for Lincoln. Carlson pins it in the corner. Played down behind the net by the Caps. It pops free right in front of Fleming. Comes all the way back to neutral ice, batted in. Caps have to regroup. Sent up ice. Missed Christensen. That's going to be icing. Fortunate there. We'll have a face-off back in the Lincoln offensive zone. 4:42 left in the first. Sam Rose in the face-off circle. Carlson and Bauman out there with him. Broadfoot and Clausen on the blue line. Broadfoot couldn't handle that one. Christensen muscles that way into the zone. Going to take it himself. Great save by Matthew Travis. That quickly turned into a 2-on-1. Face off in the Caps offensive zone. That's the original rubber biscuit. Look at you, Jeff Hoyle. What a playlist. Sent up the ice by Clausen. They clear the zone. Paul King riding it along the boards. Kind of backed into the zone there. Could have been called for the offside. Played all the way back up and out. Boy, when they go on the aggressive forecheck, they're a handful. These Caps trying to clear. Good forecheck here by the Stars, though. Finally, they just have to flip it up into the neutral zone. Comes down at the red line. Broadfoot bats it the other way. And they send it up ice. That's actually going to be icing, and another fortunate break for the Stars there. 3:41 left to go in the first. Still scoreless. Insko off the face-off drop. Out there with King and Dahlberg. Sent across. Little line mix-up here. Not sure where. Noden's usually on this line. Paul King's in his place here. Here's Insko. Met right at the blue line and out of the other way. Insko kind of walked into Caden Opp right there at center ice, too. Miller taking it into business for himself. Fleming knocks that one all the way back out into the neutral zone. Hank with the puck. 2:55 left in the first. Sent up ice. Wave off the icing? No, they did not. Icing is the call. We'll face it off in the Caps offensive zone. Jarrett Parker, the co-captain for the Caps, takes the face-off. Stiles has it. Back to Parker. Shot! High over the net. Played on the far side. Malang bats it down. Broadfoot trying to clear. Backhanded by Cole Brown up ice. It's tipped. Malang will play it way back in the Caps end of the ice. Zachary moves around Cole Brown. Zachary with pace. He's just going to dump it into the far corner. Clausen sends it back. Malang holding at the blue line. Cross ice. Stiles. Top of the circle off the pad. Matthew Travis with the save. Willis chips it up and out. It won't make it the end of the ice. Played by the Caps. Stiles across to Malang. Parker's going to stay out there for the Caps. Broadfoot sends it around. Christensen holds the line for Des Moines. Hands it over to Clausen, and he's going to come up through the neutral zone. Backhanded into the zone by Cade Carlson. Quickly the other way. Lead pass to Zachary at center line. He comes into the zone. Good back check there, though, by the Stars. Clausen, we get that puck batted up through the neutral zone. Played back in the other end. Rose on the forecheck. Batted back in the zone. Now sent up and out. Caps. Neutral zone shot, and Matthew Travis gloves that one down with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the first period. Well, a lot of players not in action. It's going to even things up here. Stars are hanging every bit with this talented Capitals team who's lost one game in regulation all season. Played up the boards, up and through the neutral zone. Lancaster, he's just going to take it himself. Backhands, he didn't have a lot of help coming with him. Comes back to the neutral zone. Mohat. Noden tried to bat it in there. Mo Sends it up off a Dahlberg stick. No icing. Played in the corner. Noden. Never found a corner scrum he didn't like. Boat from the top. That one got in on the pads. Fleming. Rebound. Dahlberg trying to gather it. Sends it through the crease. Boy, they had an opportunity there. Lead pass, Max Myers. Hank Lancaster giving chase. 10 seconds left in the period. Myers goes down, no call. We play on. Kicked around. Caden Opp trying to get a shot off. It's back in the neutral zone, and that'll do it for period number 1. 17 minutes in, and we are scoreless, and this has been a good one so far. We'll cut the ice and come back a little bit early. Get you some sponsors and a game recap. No score after 1.
Scoreless but fun.
Back to the ice box, ready to start the second period here momentarily. Teams coming back out on the ice. No score here in first period. Again, many players out either to injury or to suspension from last night's festivities, including the head coaches. They are suspended for this Sunday doubleheader here, so it's manned on the bench here by Nick Dahlberg, Luke Thompson. Both goalies pitching a shutout so far. Again, next weekend, the final regular season matchups. Lincoln going to Kansas City for those. So standings, at least going into last night, was they were going to be Varsity. They were tied with Ames for the 6th spot. After the loss and the Ames win, that changes things. So Lincoln, right now, as it stands, firmly looking at one of those play-in games on Wednesday night in a week and a half in West Des Moines at the Recplex. Meaning, there's 2 games happening. The 6 seed versus 7 versus 10 and 8 versus 9. Those games are to determine the last 2 spots in the quarterfinals of the varsity tournament. So if things hold, get them, maybe sneak a win here, and 1 or 2 next weekend, they're firmly in place. Really the goal is to try to get that 6th spot so you don't have to play on Wednesday. But right now it's looking like Lincoln is going to be playing on one of those Wednesday night games. After that, no idea what the schedule is going to be. We know that in junior varsity that the Junior Stars have locked the number 1 seed. We know when they're playing, it's going to be 12:30 on Thursday afternoon in West Des Moines for their quarterfinal game. Getting going here in the second period. Bauman, Carlson out there with Sam Rose on this line. Cut off in the neutral zone. Malang tried to poke it. Bauman picks up the loose puck. Trenton to the corner. Ooh, lost an edge. Centered. Carlson whistles that one through the crease. It's played all the way back down into the Lincoln end of the ice. Hank Lancaster to play it. Leaves it for Cooper Mohat. Mo up to Carlson. Cade taking it right down the center himself. They leave a window. Backhand. Can't gather his own rebound. Boy, that was a misplay by the Caps there. Play on. Caden Opp, good on the forecheck there. Denying the clear. Max Meyer, the co-captain, in the mix. That one pops out to center ice. Friendly fire there as Caden Opp gets cut down. Insko with the puck. Tries to get centered. Huge hit on Ben Insko. Caden Opp delivers that one. Mercy. Tough kid. He pops back up. Bit of an Iron Man this year. He's been one of the few who hasn't been held out of game for an injury. Lead pass up to Logsdon for the Caps. Just going to fire one. A wrister. Kicked up off the glass by Matthew Travis. Riker Noden back the other way for Lincoln. Up the right side. Into the offensive zone. Cuts to the middle. Lost the puck. Played to the far corner. Can't clear. Leo Miller holds the line. West, though, corrals it. It's going to be chipped in. Up over Matthew Travis's head by Max Meyer. Sent down and around. Brett Augustine holds the line. Pops to the middle. Here come the Stars the other way. Dumped into the zone by Broadfoot. Puts one on net. Fleming. Loose puck was hanging there, but it was cut off. Logan in there. One of the Augustines with it. That's going to be flipped up and out into the neutral zone. There's Logan with it. He's going to turn and dump it into the zone. He had a hat trick in the JV game this morning. 5-4 winners, delivering the first regulation loss on the season to the Stars. Fleming comes out to play that puck. There's Parker, the co-captain. Dumps it off to the right. That one takes a funny hop to the middle. Travis, couple of saves there, and the goal comes flying off the net. Parker with a shove to Mo. Mo wants the call, not going to get it. 13:25 left to go. Second period. As my son delivers me a Krispy Kreme donut. Thank you, son. Thank you, Mama Dahlberg. I won't eat this on mic. Little repairs happening here. More net trouble. Now we get it back on the peg. Matthew Travis seems satisfied, and we're going to drop the puck. Parker versus Bauman in the Caps offensive zone, and Caps come away with it. Tries to center, taken away. Bauman drops it back. Cole Brown waits, sends it around to the other side. And chipped up and out. Malang gives chase. Not before it's iced. Excuse me while I take a bite of this delicious glazed donut. Back underway. Offsides is the call. Face off in front of the Caps bench. Controlled by Des Moines, sent into the zone, but Hank's there. Trying to send it up and out. Kept in by Parker. Rides the blue line. Stars with possession though. Sends it up through the zone off a Bauman's stick. No icing. Played down in the corner. Reed with the change of direction. Here comes Parker with pace right through the middle. Tried to get it to the right side. Taken away. Sent up ice. Glove down by Malang. Gonna bring it back into the zone himself. No, he dumps it. Lancaster back out to the point. Kept in though. Loose puck just hanging in the front of the crease, and it's sent up and out. Stiles goes to retreat it for the Caps. To Parker. Slid in front. Logsdon dropped past to nobody. Christensen finds it though. Circling. Good offensive possession here. Finally cleared. No, kept in. Good job there by Stiles to hold the line. Thrown down low. Logsdon. Back up to Stiles. Rebound comes to Way. He fires it. Saved by Travis. Insko's going to throw that one up ice. Plays it off the boards. Fleming gloves it down. Insko off the drop. Controlled by the Caps in their own zone. Paul tried to knock that one down. Here comes Caden up. Drop pass to Logsdon. He missed on it. Loose puck. Picked up by Paul. Paul sends it up ice. He's going to play it to Fleming. Fleming's going to flip it to the neutral zone. Picked up on a rush. Max Meyer cuts to the front, sends that one over the glass. Excuse me, over the net, not into the glass. And it's can opener time on the far side. Puck pops free, played at the line. It's away over on the far side, who's filling in down low. Gets it taken away. Paul, crisscross. Insko puts one on net. Fleming with the save. They play behind. Insko gets taken down. Played back to the point. Broadfoot fires off of Fleming's glove. Played to the near boards. Kept in by Clausen. Hops over Clausen's stick. All the way back down into the Lincoln zone. 10-15 left to go. Second period. No score. Dahlberg, cherry picking. Shot! Rebound! Score! Ben Insko! How's he your leading goal scorer? That's why. Insko. Right place, right time. That's his 11th of the season. 10:06 left to go, and Lincoln strikes first. Yeah. All set up by Taylor. Waiting at the blue line, but a great lead pass to set that whole thing up. Britton Donner out there. Getting some time. Wasn't sure whether we had a third D-line there. But good to see Donner out there. Donner and Cavedo out there right now. Some opportunities. Big reverse hit there. Leo holds the line. Gives it to Ginta. And now business is picking up. Nice. Dekes there by Malang to cut through some defenders. Donner getting physical on the boards. Played to the corner. Willis in the mix with Bauman. West turnaround. Redirect. Backhand. Save made by Travis. Boy, Malang was right there trying to put that home. 9:11 left in the second period. Stars up 1-0 off of the Insko goal. Your announcer here is sneaking bites of a delicious donut. It is Sunday morning. Bauman sends that one on net from the neutral zone. To the corner. Sam Rose in the mix. Bauman and Carlson out there. Cooper Moat, Hank Lancaster have it. That one hops over the glass, out of play. Face-off draw, Max Meyer versus Trenton Bauman. They try to clear the zone. Cooper Moat sends it back in. Play down low. Funny hop off the boards. Boy, we've had a lot of those this weekend. You send it down around that right side towards the opening where they come out of the locker room. It will kick off of there, and it kicks right to the front of the net. Here come the Caps. Up the right side, Lancaster pinches. Good stick check, takeaway though. Op, nice pass over to Way. Shot, score! Not sure if that slipped under the pads or not, but Way from the top of the circle. The defenseman gets the goal. Give the assist to Caden Opp. Not sure who else they'll give one to. That is a 1-1 hockey game. knotted at 1 here. Turnover to the front. Parker. Good save by Travis. Got the left flipper on that one. Augustine holds the line, though. Back down low, right side. Down to the point. Augustine gets it on the forehand. Shot, redirect in front by Parker, and he scores. Jarrett Parker, senior, co-captain from Dallas Center Grimes, gets the redirect, and the Caps go on top 2-1. .741 left to go. Second period. Business picking up for everybody here. Played back in the Lincoln end. Clausen looking for a way through the neutral zone. Excuse me. Here's Cooper Willis. Throw back to the point. Dropped to Bliss, and that one redirected up and out of play. We'll have a face-off here in the offensive zone. Landon Bliss, the senior, in the face-off circle. Cooper Willis, Cole Brown out there with Quevedo and Donner. Here's Donner. Flips one, and a glove save made. We do it again. That one flipped high, up and out. Thought it hit the scoreboard. Kick save, Travis. Ginza gathers it behind the net, tries to center, cut off by by Quevedo. Chipped up and out. Played all the way back down to the Cap zone. Long lead pass, goes past the stick of West, and it's an icing. We'll drop it down in the Caps zone, see if the Stars can get an offensive chance here. They got the scoring started. Stars went up here early in the period, 1-0. The Caps have come back, taking the 2-1 lead. It's Bauman versus Max Meyer in the circle. Caps slide that one down and around to the near side boards through the neutral zone. Myers with it. Good D. Gets it on the forehand. Shot off the mask. Rebound. Score. Bounced off of Matthew Travis's mask the first time around, and Luke Logsdon got the garbage goal. Took out the trash and makes it a 3-1 game now. Boy, they strike in a hurry. It's a talented Caps team. Here's Cade Carlson up the right side. Gets cut off. He goes down in the neutral zone. Played across. Fired in by Broadfoot. Myers drop pass. Caden Opp tries to center to the middle. Broadfoot steps in. He's going to take it into the zone himself. He gets taken down. Now Broadfoot's dealing it. They let him play on. Now we're going to get a whistle. Broadfoot. Yep, gave a couple extras there for sure. Cross check. Trevor, no stranger to some penalty minutes. That's kind of comes with the job. It's going to be a power play, though, for a Caps team that is surging right now in this second period. 5:36 left to go, and they have the skater advantage. Zachary. Cross. Gets it back. Parker walks in. Center circle, left side. Good save by Travis. Parker gets it back. Zachary, top of the slot. Misses high, wide left. Parker gets it back. Slid down low. Up, back door. Look out. That is their bread and butter on the power play, is that back door from the low side. Cross ice pass. That's intercepted and fired up ice by Hank. Played down by Fleming. Forecheck here by Noden. Noden, Insko, Mohat, and Lancaster on this penalty kill unit for the Stars. Caden Opp takes it up the left side, plays below the net. Flip back to Malang, looking to the point. Touch pass across. Fired back over to Malang. Tries to hit the corner, can't do it. That comes careening all the way back up ice. Caps have to play it all the way back in their own zone. 45 seconds left to go in their power play. Long lead pass to the neutral zone. It pops over to Ginza on the far side. He gets taken down, no call. Played back to Willis, who clears the zone for Lincoln. 30 seconds left on the power play. Logsdon, fresh off of a goal. He circles in, gives space. That one blocked before it ever got there. Logsdon and Lancaster in a heap. 15 seconds left. Logsdon has to walk by that one. It would have been offsides. Lancaster plays it. Over to Coop. Myers holds the line for the Caps. Lincoln full strength. And a whistle. Let's see what the call is. Did it go up and out of play? Nope, it was gloved down. Saved by Travis. So Broadfoot out of the penalty box. Even strength now, 3-1 Des Moines on top of Lincoln. 3:36 left in the second period. Ben Insko, the lone goal for the Stars. Sees in the face-off drop. Fired from the blue line, and it's saved by Travis. The rebound gets collected, sent back out to the captain. He has a goal. It's Parker for them. Takeaway. Here's Taylor Dahlberg muscling his way forward. Back check there, and it's taken away by Caden Opp. Thrown up ice. Played across, Quevedo to King. Now played back. Caden Opp slides it into the forward zone. Thrown back out by Lincoln. Taylor. Lumbers around. Tried to get Insko in front. Loose puck. King gets knocked down. It's sent up ice. We got a delayed penalty. King's not happy about something. It's going to be a penalty on the Caps. Extra skater comes out there. Played back down low. Fleming's out of position. Oh, it has to come all the way back out to Quevedo. It's 6-on-5 right now. It's a delayed penalty. Finally gets touched by the Caps. It's going to be an interference call. That one was drawn by Paul King, and it's going to be on Caden Opp. He's going to go to the penalty box. 2:23 left to go in the second. So let's see if the Stars can get one back here going into third period. Bauman, Carlson, Brown out there with Moat and Lancaster. Here's Hank, top of the circle, shot. Blocked, goes to the corner, fired up ice by Des Moines. Matthew Travis leaves it for Cooper Moat. Slid along to Bauman. Carlson, slap shot as he got his stick free. That one comes back to Lancaster. Nice little dump pass. Carlson gets heckled. Played back to Hank. Hank across to Mo. Shot. That one friendly fire off of the elbow of Brown. Brown trying to dump one in, and he does! Cole Brown muscled one in! Fleming thought he had that sealed. He's checking to see how that went wrong. Cole Brown power play goal, and that's what they needed here. Minute 36 left to go in the second period. Big one there. Another power play goal. They cut the lead to 2. It's 3-2 Des Moines on top here. Time running down in the second period. Here's Bauman through the middle. Good back checking there by the Caps, and they force the turnover. Long lead pass again. Trying to chip it ahead. Parker, it's down and around. Played back in neutral ice. Malang across. Parker's got it. Knocked over to Zachary. Decides to slide one into Parker, who was coming right down the slot. Got a delayed penalty here, and they're going to get Cooper Mohat for some. No, it's Hank Lancaster for something. Pleading his case, and it's not going to matter. So Hank to the box for 2 minutes. Time running down here in the second period. You don't want to give them any opportunities if you don't have to have a skater advantage. Caps start the power play. That one's poked up and out of the zone by Insko. Forces Myers to have to reset it for the Caps. He's going to take it into the zone himself. Fires it up off the boards. Played to the corner. Ginta scoots in along Clausen. Played behind the net. Bats it back to the point. Max Myers. Backhands it down below the goal line. Logan lost it in a scrum with Clausen. Riker Noden jumps into the mix. 10 seconds left to go in the period. Clausen fires it up ice and clears the zone. Played by Fleming. Logan, he gets taken down by Noden at the whistle. Clean hit. There'll still be 1:08 left on that power play when we resume in the third period. The Stars get a power play goal late, and they trail 3-2. We'll cut the ice and talk about it in about 15 minutes. Back at the Icebox, the Stars trail the Des Moines Capitals 3-2 going into the third and final period. Shots on goal in this one, 20 shots on goal for Lincoln, 20 shots for the Capitals. So even Steven there. Goals in the second period, all in the second period. Ben Insko got it started on an even strength goal from Taylor Dahlberg and Trevor Broadfoot. Then the Caps answered. Adam Way got one from the blue line, assisted by Myers and Logsdon. The Caps got a second one, took the lead 2-1. Jarrett Parker, even strength goal with Augustine and Malang assisting. Then Luke Logsdon made it 3-1 on an even strength goal. Lincoln got the equalizer, got it back within one goal on a power play goal from Cole Brown. Forced in there around the post. Plenty of penalties in that second period, a little bit more in the first, but we do carry one over into period number 3 here. Hank Lancaster is serving a high sticking penalty. Boston talking to him in the box. And we're ready to go. Puck is dropped. Carlson's going to send that one up into the cap zone. Zachary out there. Going to let the co-captain Jarrett Parker bring this one up through the neutral zone. Sent in. He said it was tipped. I didn't see it tipped, but no call. It's going to send that one up ice, and it's went the other way. Caden Opp slides it over to Zachary. It's going to go to the corner, and that one's going to be icing. Face off down in the cap zone. Face off, Trenton Bauman. Carlson controls, sends it down low below the net. Here comes Caden Opp with speed. Good stick work there by Cooper Mohat, and sends that back up ice. That's going to do it for the power play. Lincoln full strength. Lancaster coming out of the penalty box. He's going to skate over to the bench. Extra attacker comes out. It's Taylor Dahlberg. Played to Mohat. Chips it ahead. Back into the neutral zone. The Styles here on the right side. Low to Caden Opp. Back to Styles. Styles, that shot's blocked by Insko. Opp. And they send it back down and around. Logsdon down low to Caden. He takes a nice, gives a good reverse hit there. Logsdon shielding that puck away from Cade Carlson. Carlson forces the turnover. Lincoln sends it ahead. Insko. Noden, 3-on-1. Dahlberg! Loose puck in front. Swept away by the Caps. The Caps kind of got caught sleeping there. It turned into a 3-on-1 really quick. Broadfoot near boards. Sent down and around by the Caps to the far side. Up boards. Now it's going to play all the way back down into the Caps end of the ice. That's going to be icing. We'll face it off down here in the Lincoln end. 14:23 left to go. Stars trailing by 1. Nope, they're going to send Parker out. Zachary comes in to take the face off. Controlled by the Caps. Henley sends it low. Down and around to Christensen. One time. Rebounds. Zachary just missed. Good work by Matthew Travis in net. Christensen. Boy, they're making this look like it's a power play, and Lincoln's got to clear. Loose puck in front, and they scored. What did I say? Making it look like a power play. They move the puck so well. Jarrett Parker gets the goal. 13:57 left to go. And the Caps go up 4-2. Caps junior varsity players up in the far corner, up in one of the suites, watching along, chanting for every goal. Kept in the zone by West for the Caps. Here's Sam Rose with the puck. He tried to clear. Kept in by Logan. Logan tried to get a shot off. He's heckled by Bauman. Popped to the middle. Here's Hank Lancaster. Flipped ahead. Tried to get it to Rose. Sent down and around. Played on the far side. Kept in. Mohat fires one. It's blocked. Rose to the slot. Carlson. That one's blocked. Here comes Des Moines the other way. Yep, that's going to be an offside. Offsides, and we'll face it off here in the near side. Neutral zone. 13:03 left. Capitals back up by 2. They've only had one regular season loss in regulation. That was to Ames at home. They play in Bucks Arena in Urbandale, but they lost to them on January 9th. That's been the only blemish on their regular season. They did lose an OT one at Dubuque on January 31st, but they are the varsity equivalent to the Stars JV squad. They have just been a juggernaut. That's sent up ice. Played in the corner. Riker Noden going to chip it up the boards. Try to get it to Broadfoot. Good work by Logston on the boards. He makes it hard. Insko sends it back. Poked away. And here come the Caps. Malang. He's got Logston with him. Good zone entry denial there by Insko. And now we got a delayed penalty. I think it's going to be a trip on the Capitals with 12:14 left to go in the game. Yep, it's going to be Brett Augustine of the Augustine brothers from Ankeny. Brett, the older one, he's a senior. That one almost sent out on the face-off, kept in by Mo. Shot, just missed. Played up and out of play though. Late whistle. Face off. Myers versus Paul King. Shot. One was by Brown and it's sent up ice. Travis is going to leave that one for Mo. Slides it across to Brown. Played in the neutral zone. Kicked the other way, though. Mohat up through the middle. Cut off at the red line. Max Myers being a pest. Finally dumped into the zone. Lancaster cooking. Kick to the corner. Paul. Back to the point. Cooper Moat's going to get on the forehand. Shot just missed. And he delivers a hit on the way, following up his shot. Sent up ice again. Minute 5 left on the power play for Lincoln. They trail by 2. Again, both teams without some players in the lineup. Some from injuries, some from suspensions from last night. That one's centered and just missed. Fleming kicks that aside. Lancaster holds the line. Play down the boards. Hank doesn't get good wood on that. That one is blocked. He broke his stick at the same time. So happy senior day to him. So Hank will go get his replacement twig on the bench. Lumber kick to the side. Here's Sam Rose. Drop pass, Carlson. Shot. Off the blocker. Loose. Picked up by Broadfoot. Slides across Clausen. Back to Trevor. He fires one low. Misses wide right. Played back up and out by the Caps. It was tipped, no icing, and they've killed the penalty. And Des Moines is full strength. We play on. 10 minutes left to go in this one. 4-2. Des Moines on top of Lincoln. That one sent up ice. It's going to angle and end up being an icing. That's unfortunate. After the face-off, here's Lincoln sending it up ice. Riker Noden leaning in. Caps keep possession. Christensen cut off. Good forechecking here. Neutral zone. Finally, they get it in the zone, but Zachary was in the zone a little too early for the Caps. That'll be offsides. Riker with the puck. Takeaway by Reed. Tried to center that one. It deflects back to Way. He takes a shot and a glove save. Way got the scoring started for the Caps today. Got the first goal. Five out there for the Stars. Mohat, Lancaster, and then the line of Insko, Dahlberg, and Riker Noden. Here's Hank getting it over to Noden. Chips it up the boards himself. It's a race, and he loses his footing. We're going to have a penalty, and it's going to be on Reed, I believe. No, that's the penalty. No penalty. That really was icing? How'd I miss that? I thought there was a puck touch there, but apparently not. Icing the call. And we'll do it again down here. Controlled by the Caps. Lincoln trying to clear. Reed sends it down low. Lancaster has the puck around the boards at the far side. Comes through the neutral zone. Caps have to play it back in their own end. Here's Logsdon getting heckled. Forechecking here, trying to pressure. Trying to beat them at their own game. I don't know if you can do that, but here's Max Meyer streaking to the front. Just missed his tape. Reed keeps it in. Paul knocks it away. Race down the ice. Way wins the battle for the Caps. They avoid the tie-up. Kick to the far end. Chipped in the zone. Let's see if Lincoln can get one here. That one fired in. Mohat gets it on pads. Caps clear. Just not a lot of second chances. Some of their possessions today. That's kind of the story of the Capitals game. They're good at clearing the puck. Battle at the red line, right in front of the Lincoln bench now. Bauman plays it back to Hank. Hank across to line mate Cooper Mohat. Back and forth. Brown gets a stick lifted. He finally pokes it into offensive zone, but here come the Caps the other way. 7:20 left to go. Lancaster. Ginta is going over the type. That one fired high and wide. Rose clears, dumped back in by the Caps. Moat flings that up into the neutral zone. The battle for it. Des Moines comes away with it. West sends it north and goes off on a line change. Played all the way back down. Icing's the call. 6:37 left to go. Insko in the draw. It's won by Lincoln. Clausen sends it around to Dahlberg. Ben Insko. He got the first goal of the day for the Stars. Insko looking to center, try to get it on Dahlberg, and it's played up and out. Broadfoot retrieves. Lead pass up to Dahlberg, poked away. Insko, good check. Into the center. Zachary tried to feather that one down to his line mate Parker. Lang, backhand Parker, missed. Takeaway. Taylor is going to fling that one ahead. Fleming in his goalie position fires that one up. Paul, lead pass. Willis going to chip it down low to himself. Plays it to the corner. It's punished for it. And it's sent right back up into the neutral zone. Played through neutral ice. Mohat chips that one up and out of play. 4:56 left to go. It'll be a neutral zone face-off. Paul King to take it versus Max Myers, and the Caps control. Turnover. Cole Brown bats it into the zone. Pops back in front of Fleming. Brown sends it to the other corner. Caps are ready for it. And they're just always in the right spot at the right time. There's a broken stick. Caden Opp lost that one. Nope, wasn't broken, he just lost it. Sent down around. Fleming trying to play it. Brown trying to heckle. 4.5 left to go. Henley trying to center it. Now we got a penalty, and what's it going to be? Are you serious? For what? Cole Brown for playing hockey. If you watch along much at all, you know that I'm usually not too particular on things when it comes to the referees. That seemed to be questionable. Another power play for the Caps. 4:04 left to go. Here's Malang, top of the slot. Hesitates. Good work by Carlson, getting big. Played by Parker. Now slides it over to Zachary. That one blocked and knocked up and out of play, out of the zone. Parker lost it. Trying to get it back. Does. Center to Christensen. Oh. Shot just goes wide. Kept in. Clausen battling for it. Christensen puts a stick on it. Pops to the top of the slot, and Carlson comes away with it. With a poke check. And the Caps will regather here. 50 seconds left in their power play. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Caden Opp, quick skater. Tries to throw something through some legs, and it's kicked aside. Zachary, right down Broadway. Save made. Loose puck and goes below the net. Now what are we going to get a penalty on? This one's going to be on Caden Opp. Tied up with Clausen. Gets called for the hook. That's why he was tied up. 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 30 seconds. 2:42 left to go. And it's going to be a call from the Lincoln bench. Taylor Dahlberg talking it over. His assistants, what he wants to do as far as pulling the goalie. Trailing by 2 here. They can keep it in the offensive zone. That's the dilemma. Max Myers circling. Dodges one. Quick wrister, just missed. Logsdon holding them back. Myers fills in. Battling on the boards with Lancaster. Boy, Hank has put in some serious minutes today. It's like Hank's been out there an eternity today. That's the job of a defenseman. Fired up ice. Minute 55. It's a power play here for the Stars. 4-2. Here comes Travis. The door is open at the bench. Extra attacker on the ice. We got a penalty. And it's going to be on the Capitals. So it's going to be a face-off in the Caps' end of the ice. And with an empty net, it's going to be a 6-on-3 opportunity here for Lincoln. Timeout called by Nick Dahlberg. Don't count them out yet, kids. Stars trail by 2. Time running down, but they have a 6-on-3 advantage when we drop this puck. It's going to be an empty net situation for Lincoln. 2 in the penalty box for the Capitals, so it would be a 5-on-3 with the extra attacker. 6-on-3. And if they score on that, it would still potentially be a 6-on-4 advantage after that face-off if they get this goal here. So let's see how this goes. Again, both head coaches not on the bench for this one after I don't even know what to call it, spreadsheet full of penalties last night levied out to both teams. League rules say if you hit the 12 max limit, your coach is suspended the following game. Here we go. 6-on-3 situation. Insco in the face-off circle. And it's immediately cleared up and out into the bench. That's going to be a face-off back at that end. Gotta win the face-off here. Pops free. Yes. Played back to Mohat. Fired. Blocked. Shot. Minute 30 left to go in regulation. That one stays in play high off the glass. 6-on-3. Empty net here for Lincoln. Kept in by Lancaster. Fires high. Fleming. That rebound comes to the near side. Insco slides it down low. Taylor Dahlberg. Back out to Mo. Cross ice. Off the side of the net. Fleming's down. He's holding on to the side of the net. We have a whistle, and the puck caught up in the back side of the net. Minute 5 left in regulation. 23 seconds left on this 6-on-3 advantage. Fired up ice by the Capitals off the faceoff. Boy, they are great at faceoff draws. And if you don't think faceoff draws matter, there's a case in point. 6-on-3 advantage for Lincoln for now. For the next 10 seconds, it's into the offensive zone. Played down low. Kept in. Cooper Moat has it, top of the circle. Caden Opp hops out. He's going to join the fray. It's 6-on-4 now. For the rest of the game, 30 seconds left. Stars trail by 2. Lancaster. Blocked. Lancaster. 20 seconds left. Mohat. Got to do something, guys. We got too much ground to make up. Hank. Shot. That one misses. 10 seconds left. Mohat. Not enough shots taken here. Another block shot. Caps are going to hold on here. They're going to get the 4-2 win. Just missed the empty net as the horn sounds. So the Stars gave a valiant effort here. It's a really good Caps team. They gave them their best. Stars fall 4-2. 17, 11, and 1 on the season. After that one, Caps improved to 28, 1, and 1. Cleaner play, cooler heads prevailed this morning. Everybody's going to go home healthy after this one. Matthew Travis gets the loss, and it's Fleming who gets the win again this morning for the Caps. We'll see you next weekend down in Kansas City versus the Jets. Again, Stars lose 4-2 here this morning to the Capitals. So long, everybody.